So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Be Like D channel. It's your girl D coming back with All the Queensmen season 4 episode 9. Okay, we back from the break, and I was coming back from a show. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now we coming back to Madam. I forgot when we left off. She was dealing with her court stuff, and they was coming to raid her house. Okay, and I was just like, oh Lord, are they gonna find something? But I guess not. Okay, but anyway, so she pissed off. She got her some man tied up and beating his ass. I don't know. Madam got to do her little weird stuff. Somehow she relieving her stress. Detective Davis in trouble because Trouble ass got arrested. The first half of the season, she got arrested outside of the club because she was high and trying to sell drugs and sold it to a cop, and now this her third strike. So of course Detective Davis like, oh yeah, I can pounce on her. She gonna get Madam up. It's gonna be some real good evidence. Okay, so she trying to come at Trouble, tell her this your third strike, so you might want to turn over some evidence against Madam or become a witness. So you don't go to jail for the rest of your life. Okay, you probably can get probation. There you go, Trouble. Probation, but I ain't no snitch. I'm like, girl. You know you a snitch, okay? Remember you was snitching on Ray Sean? That wasn't us. That was, I think it was our friend Ray Sean. Okay, Trouble. Anyways, she over talking about, well, can I think about it? And she thinking on it, okay? She thinking I'm betraying Madam. And I said, oh, this is not gonna go well for you. Not gonna go well for you, Trouble. Then we get Dime and Amp's ass and her ass not knowing she pregnant. Okay, it's killing me. Okay, they stretching it out too long. Okay, it's obvious. The bitch is pregnant and she in denial. Okay, she talking about the food tastes middly, and he like, mine don't. I'm like, okay, girl. So now we got Madam talking to the guys in the club with her lawyer, basically telling them keep y'all mouth fucking shut. Okay, the only answers y'all need to be saying is yes, no, and I don't recall. Okay. But of course, if they trying to learn their lesson, they Babyface and Midnight being petty. Okay, he's about, yeah, because I know how to handle myself in the club. I be in not the club, in the court, because I be in court all the time with my baby mama. I said, when did they end up having all these kids? Okay, because I was just like, I thought you just found out you had a kid, but then apparently you got it's some kids that you got. Okay, and then of course he throwing shade to Midnight because he's saying you talking shit when you got all them kids. So then Midnight talking about the Lord said be fruitful and multiply. I said, Midnight, when you get all these kids. So you got a whole bunch of kids yourself? But anyway, it become a whole little dumb thing. Madam like, we ain't here for all this, okay? Just make sure y'all ain't saying shit in that damn courthouse, okay? And don't forget, this is still a business, and bring your ass to work. So then I forgot we also had a scene with Fuego as, he going through his what they did to Sandra. He going through all that Sandra business. So he upset and hitting a whatever that bag at the gym. Okay, he punching the bag out extra hard, and I'm just like, bro, chill, all that shit. Okay, so I was like, I can't believe I done forgot about Fuego ass. Okay, I forgot you and your little Sandra drama, and you really Madam set you up. But is he gonna find the truth? Is he gonna find out the truth? Then we also have Midnight, and he's at his house and he on the phone with the girl that he been doing this little R fantasy with. Okay, so I already knew something was gonna come with this girl because what are we doing? She keep pressing him hard about it, and she want this whole little fantasy, and she wanted to be so real that it's in a random hotel, and they they paying for all kind of shit, and he coming through the windows and stuff. Girl, it's too much. Okay, I was just like, I don't know why you doing this because this feel like a setup. Okay, but she pressing him for it, and he like no. Then she like, well, I'll give you double the money, and then he like, oh well, okay, you kind of speaking my language. But then they end up not really saying what they was gonna do because he kind of just like, all right, girl, I'll think about it. So then we get Detective Davis and DA Rods talking at the police station, and they pretty much saying that Trouble said she gonna think about it, and they like, okay, we'll see if we can get her ass, because if we can get her, that's even more evidence that we can get. Okay, so then Casanova's ass come in, and what the hell is Casanova's real name? I don't know. But he come in, gotta reveal himself with his hat. He had the hat on. He had the, oh, hey guys. Yeah, I can't wait. They're like, oh, you ready to testify tomorrow? Oh yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be great for me professionally and personally. I said, okay. He said, yeah, she's gonna know that I got her. Okay. I was like, oh, I cannot stand none of them, all three of them. And not even because they the law, just them. I was like, okay, so he all like, yeah, and I can't wait I am gonna get that promotion. I'm like, what's her name? I'm about to call this woman LaGuerta. That's not the Detective Davis. Okay, ain't Detective Davis the one going for a promotion too? So are they going for the same promotion? Because she ain't making no comment when he said that. She just looked. But anyway, so then of course DA Rod's talking about, oh yeah, because she can go away for the rest of her life at minimum. And then it just looked like, ooh. She's like, yeah, because it only been, I think what she said, it's only been one or two deaths by execution in Atlanta, and she gonna make her the third or the second, whatever it was. Okay, so then they all just like, it's like, yeah, because she needs to die for the things she's done. I was like, damn, y'all coming after my bitch? Oh hell no. Okay. It's getting crazy. Okay, and then I hate when they be like they got the upper hand. No, okay, back up off, madam. Now we have Midnight and Trouble finna do some sex thing for money. Okay, basically. And now they in a whole competition on who can make the girl first. So it's a whole mess. Okay, they betting money, yada yada. Then we have Madam going back and forth with some man named Gene at Maddie B's restaurant or whatever. So they going back and forth. He's talking about, should you be in jail? She hitting him, talking about how he fat and blah blah blah. So they go back and forth. And then we see Tommy's dumbass over there eating that damn ice cream cone, and some girl walk up. I was like, ain't you Thomas blah blah blah, using his government name. Okay, so then he just like, honey, how you know my Harry throws his ice cream in that girl's face, push her real hard, and bust out running. Somebody ain't gonna catch me, bitch. I said, oh my gosh, Tommy is a fool. Okay, a fool. And she couldn't even get it out. Couldn't even say, here to serve you. Nope. Are you Tommy? She tried to be all smooth with it. Hey, is the ice cream good? You thought. So now we have Blue, and she pretty much set up the club how she do, and Lola's ass walk in there, and she just like, oh, where's Madam? I want to talk to Madam. I want to let her know that I'm real helpful if she need anything. And she played a double agent, okay? Because remember, she really is going against them to work with her police team. So she trying to get in good still with Madam so she can get evidence on her ass. So then Blue turned her away. Blue acting like Blue real suspicious, like, nah, she ain't here. She'll call you. I'll let her know. Alright. But then she ends up walking away thinking Lola finna leave. But nah, Lola's ass go the other way. I said, oh hell no. Okay. Hell nah. So then we see that Madam is at some special event, and I forgot. Remember, Tandy's ass asked her for the guys to help her with a charity party thing for her, being the mayor now. So basically, they at the party, Madam giving her her speech like, all right, this is about looking good, smelling good, feeling good. Make sure y'all finesse these old bitches, okay? Because that means money for us in the future, okay? Okay. So then they disperse, and he go talk to my, I don't want none of y'all to get jealous, but I used to go for like 50,000, so don't be upset if y'all don't get that much. And Big D and Amp, they really just standing there because all the guys was talking, but then she come up like, what y'all doing talking? What y'all talking about? I'm like, oh girl, here she go. Now you feeling guilty like you done got caught, like they talking about your ass, okay? Dom and they get on my nerves. Okay, they whole storyline get on my nerves because he's a danger to society and she's stupid. Okay, so it just be killing me. So basically, whole episode, she don't want them talking, and she trying to get Big D to shut up. Like, no, don't tell Amp that we slept together, because he all like, oh, so you back with that nigga? You don't move in back with that nigga? He doing all that, right? I'm saying? Oh, so then of course Amp looking over there like, oh, what they over there talking about? I said, y'all so full of drama. But why would you tell Big D that you ain't gonna tell Amp, knowing damn well the Amp is gonna get mad, and as soon as Amp get mad at anything that Big D do, Big D gonna say, and I fucked your girl. Okay, like, come on. And your girl pregnant by me, apparently, because we all ignoring the fact that the bitch is pregnant. Okay, but anyways, it's finna be a whole thing. Okay, they got us on the ride, even though I can see the ending. Okay, so then the guys are basically getting auctioned off in a little charity, and all the women are acting like cougars. Okay, oh yeah, you Doc. Okay, Doc did go indeed for 50,000. And then we had Babyface. He always got to attract the Miss Patties. Okay, he got to get the Miss Patties of the world. He looking like ugh. Cause she was on him heavy, talking about, yeah, I know what y'all do at that club. Yeah, you know what I got you for. I said, well, damn, okay. So then we get a scene with Fuego's ass, and he down, he's sad, he upset, he drinking at some bar or whatever, and run into Detective Davis. Okay, she swears she's just some kind of mastermind. I tell you, okay, she's some Jedi mind person, She's like, oh yeah, I heard about that tip from Sandra that found her body. They told us exactly where she was. It gave closure to the family. I just can't believe what they did to her. And that case just keep getting colder and colder. Well, I gotta go. I said, girl. And of course, Fuego like, yeah, it was a great service. Yeah. I said, okay. She swears she doing something, but technically she really is. Also have Midnight got this old lady. Oh, it was so disgusting. Okay, him and that old lady did some things. That's all I'm gonna say. Yuck. And then, but he was only mad because she wasn't saying nothing. He like, is she mute? I said, ugh, what's going on? Okay. But anyway, so then we get Jean, the guy that Madam was talking shit with earlier, and her sister, the one that's Aunt Mama that came back into her life, and all Maddie B's now. They and Maddie B's talking shit about Madam. Okay, I was just like, look at them. Okay, but anyway, so that's pretty much saying, how you think this plan to get Madam's bar, basically to get Eden up off of her, gonna go? And he was like, nah, I ain't finna wait. I ain't waiting for shit. I was like, damn, because she was like, why don't we wait to see how her court thing go through? So basically, they plotting to get Eden up off of her. They don't even care if she going to jail or not. Okay, so I'm like, damn, do they want it for their own money, or they just don't like the club? Because the whole thing is everybody want to take down the club ruining the neighborhood. Okay, so they pretty much plotting, and she's like, I just hate the way she has corrupted my son. She got him dancing up in there, and he's like, you'll have your son all too soon. Looking at us, okay. And I was like, first of all, bitch, she did not corrupt your son. Okay, you forgetting your son went to jail for how many years for killing a bitch? Okay, thank you. That's what corrupted your son. And wherever that started from came from the household. Okay, the house from that husband that you recently left. Yeah, let's remember that. Okay, let's remember that. Your son done killed bitches. Okay, that's what got his ass where he at. Okay, so then we get Lola's ass. She down in the basement, and she's spraying a little stuff to see if there's blood evidence anywhere. And she, of course, finds it everywhere. And she's like, oh my God, this is a murder room. So I just said, oh shit, okay. If they didn't know they was on their asses, they should have cleaned this room up, okay? Goodness. They don't make them like Dexter. Cleans up all traces, okay? But anyway, So then, of course, when she leaving out of the basement, she run into Madam, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I was just talking to Blue." So then she was like, Madam was like, I'll talk to Blue and find out what y'all was talking about." Like, don't even explain to me. Shut up. I said, "Okay, thank you." So then Madam go into the office, and she telling Blue, "I just ran into Lola in the hallway." Blue said, "You ran into her?" She said, "Yeah, I ran into her." "What you mean, ran into her?" She's like, "I just spoke to Lola 30 minutes ago." Okay? She's just like, 30 minutes ago. First of all, why you ain't school her out? I said, "Thank you, Madam. Why you ain't on your job, Blue? Okay, you over there doing that soft shit with that damn therapist. I told you, quit this shit." So, Madam, like, first you got one job to protect it. Well, two jobs, really. To protect this club and to protect me. Okay? What the hell are you doing? So of course they just like, okay, let's see where she was standing at. So they pretty much go down to the basement. They looking around like, what's that smell? Apparently the stuff she sprayed got a smell. So then they like, oh, I think it's blah blah blah. This bitch thinks she CSI, okay? So then they just like, oh, okay, I got you. I said, okay, so boom, they got time to clean it up. They got time to scrub it up. And we got Babyface upset at the party because his son Quincy is over there flirting and talking to Tandy's ass. I just said, oh, this is so gross. Okay, just the whole setup is just gross. Okay. So he upset, hands off Tandy, not that one basically. So now we get Smoke with Casanova's ass. He got his ass, he beat up. Okay, he tied to some chair. And I guess he just waking up from getting beat. I don't know. Anyway, he got Casanova's ass, and he like, I got your ass. And this is for a friend of mine. Okay, I'm the exterminator. My friend Madam. So then he like, Madam, can you see this? So then he got it on live feed for Madam, and she just having a good old time. Yeah. And they talking about we don't like rats and all of that basically. So he done put a dead rat in that man's mouth and done killed Casanova's ass. Okay, I said, well, damn. And he was supposed to testify the next morning. So of course, when they get up the next morning to go to they in court, they present they doing their opening statements, and they call their first witness, which is Casanova. And of course, his ass ain't show up. So they're just looking at each other like, So of course Madam like, point for me. But then we also, I forgot, we had, of course, disgusting scene with Babyface, Quincy and Tandy over there having sex, and he like, man, what the fuck? And then she's just like, okay, it's okay, baby. We gotta work out our agreement. I said, oh gosh. Ew. So gross. He should have been so disgusted. Okay, he should have left. And because they ended up even going upstairs and to continue. I said, oh my gosh, why did he just yell, "This is my child"? Ooh, okay. But you know what? Tandy probably wouldn't even give a fuck. Ugh. But anyway, that was the end of episode 9. Alright, y'all, that's the end of the episode. That's the end of my review for All the Queensmen, season 4, episode 9. Drop down comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episode, what y'all think about Trouble as possibly snitching, which we know she gonna snitch because she give it up so easily, okay? What y'all think? I mean, I don't know how innocent you look if your witness is not showing up to court though, but we gonna go with it. And then what y'all think is this plan that Tandy, what is this plan that Madam's sister got going on with Jean? Who the hell is Jean? Like, what is this beef that they got going on? And what do y'all think about Amp and fucking Dime acting like she ain't pregnant and it's finna be a whole thing? Okay, drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Like Dee channel, okay?